All right, so I got a bunch of steroid-related training questions from a guy whose screen name is TwisTroGaming. Hopefully I said that right. That I kind of want to take a moment to address real quick. Now, first one is it benefiting a steroid user to hit side delts every day since they are recovered the next day? Will it make the delts grow even faster? Now, first off, who the fuck said they recovered by the next day? Like, where the fuck did you come up with that? That'll be based on the amount of work you've done and other factors like nutrition, hydration, sleep, supplementation, etc. You can't just assume that because you're on steroids, if you are, that you're going to be recovered by the next day. There's more to it than that. Now, as it relates to making any muscle grow faster, the formula for that, whether you're on steroids or not, has always been, and will always be: impose a demand, recover from the demand, repeat. And that ties into your next question, which was, could you talk about the best training method to grow a muscle for a steroid user? Since steroid users have such an advantage, there should be more to it. Says who? Like, where the fuck are you coming up with this shit? Being on steroids doesn't make things more complex, but rather less complex, because you don't have to worry about the negative side effects that accompany things like doing too much work that someone who's not on steroids has to worry about. Best method? Try hard work. In fact, the only place that you're going to find results or success before work is in the dictionary. This comment is the exact type of comment that a steroid user would make, because it fits the psychological profile of thinking there's more to it. You're not getting the results that you're looking for, either because you're not working hard or you've set the bar way too high for yourself. You turn to drugs to speed up the process, and when you don't look like Mr. Olympia overnight, it reinforces the belief that there must be more to it, but there's not. What do steroids do? If we take a look at the formula, what do? They speed up recovery. And what does that do? It allows you to impose a demand again sooner. And the more frequently you train without overworking your capacity to recover, the greater amount of your muscle building potential you're going to realize. Now, his last question is, should steroid users go to failure on every set? Depends on their goal. Steroid users can have different goals. If the goal is performance, then going to failure on every set will undoubtedly negatively affect subsequent performance. But let's assume the goal is to build muscle, since that's the theme of your questions here. Even if the goal is to build muscle, taking all your sets to failure is still very demanding on the nervous system, whether you're on steroids or not. So you got to take these things into consideration. Like, how many sets are you doing? When you say, should they go to failure on every set? Are you doing one set, like how Dorian Yates used to do? Or are you doing like 20 to 30 sets? And sets of what? Cable exercises, machine exercises, or squats and deadlifts? You can't just ask, should they go to failure on every set? It depends on a lot of different things. But I'll leave you with this. If the goal is to build muscle and you are on steroids, you've put your body into an anabolic state pretty much 24/7. So your whole purpose for going to the gym and the way you do what you do is to pump your muscles full of nutrient-rich blood to provide them with the resources necessary to take advantage of being in an anabolic state. When you're not on steroids, your whole purpose of going to the gym, if you're training to build muscle, is to put your body into an anabolic state. But on steroids, you're already in an anabolic state, so you want to take advantage of that, and that should influence the way you do what you do. Now, whether you like this or not, whether you share this or not, whether you click the fucking button at the bottom of the screen that you're looking at, subscribe to the channel and support me or not, ain't nothing going to stop me from continuing, because I've been continuing to provide the absolute best information you're ever going to find in your lifetime as it relates to training to build muscle, get stronger, lose fat, look better, perform better, all that fucking shit. Whether you're on steroids or not, nothing's going to stop me from trying to empower as many people as humanly possible for free. And if you can't respect that, your whole perspective is whack.